Well, hello, welcome to the recording to get you a start on the tic-tac-toe program. Now what I've done, I'm going to pull up my C++. So here's my C++ screen, and you can see on the C++ screen that I've already created the tic-tac-toe.cpp and I have it in a tic-tac-toe folder, and I did all of this by watching the screens going up to this. So I watched on lab on pages 4 and 5 of lab number 1. It told me exactly how to get my CPP file created, how to get my tic-tac-toe folder created. So I did all of that by watching pages 4 and 5 of this lab. And once I have that done, then I'm going on to page 6. And what I'd like to do, I want to kind of walk you through maybe something that could be a shortcut for you for doing some of this work. So here I am, I have my program set up over here, and of course I'm in a blank space so I can start doing my programming. Now if I look over here, it says on the first line of tic-tac-toe, type this comment. So rather than type that in, watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to click right outside it here, and I'll drag on it right there, then hit Control C, and I'll pull up my program, hit Control V to paste it, hit Enter. Now there's another comment. It says include right here, so Control C, open up my program, Control V, I included that comment. Of course I need to put my name right here, because I'm the one that created this program. So I include the libraries. Under that type, include IOStream. So Control C, pull it up, Control V, enter twice. And under that, I'm going to do this namespace comment, Control C, Control V, so that comment's there. Under that, using namespace std semicolon, Control C, Control V. So you can see how easy it is if you just move back and forth between your program and watching the presentation. So I did the namespace, so I did that one. 2 lines under that, do the void main command. If I could go ahead if I wanted to, I'll just go ahead and type void main bracket bracket. That's short type, so I'll go ahead and do that. Under that, the opening bracket and closing brackets. There's opening squiggly bracket, enter twice, this closing squiggly bracket. So I've done everything they asked right here. I have the IOStream included, the namespace, and the void main. I have all that stuff done. And since I've done this work, it hasn't told me to do this yet, but I'm going to go up and do File, Save, tic-tac-toe.cpp. So I've done page 6. Now I'm going to move on to page 7. And this starts talking about putting in the character variable. So on page, so moving along here. Now we're going to declare the character variable. So inside the curly brackets, type declare local variable. So I'm going to highlight that, hit Control C, and that's right inside the curly brackets right here. Control V, and I just move that to the side. Mine looks just like theirs looks. Under that, but before the bracket, type character board semicolon. Control C. Under that line, but before the last bracket, so right there, Control V, and there it is, character board semicolon. Now I can move on to the next step. This just talks about brackets. So I'm going to move on to the next piece of work we need to do. Now we're going to start doing the array work. So again, we're declaring 9 arrays. So we have character board 9. So we need to fix this. So now we need to change that character variable into an array. So find the character board. So let's find that. So it's right down here in character board. Click between the word board and the semicolon. So you can see on my screen I've clicked right there and type square bracket 9 square bracket. What that means is that tells the computer that we're going to have an array of 9. Now we're going to start numbering the array, start building the array. So as we get to that, so assign values to an array. So now it says add 2 different lines between character board 9 and the closing bracket. So let's go back to here, character board 9, 2 lines between that and the closing bracket. Under character board 9, type in this comment line, so Control C, Control V. Actually, I want it right up there, so I'll just move that up. So assign values to the playing board. Under that line, type board 0 equals 0, semicolon, etc. So Control C, and that's going to go right here, just like that. Copy and paste until you have 9 of those. So I'm going to hit Enter, Control V, 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 Enter, Control V. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Enter, Control V. So now I have 9 of them. On the second line, replace both of the O's with 1s. So I'll go right here on the second line. 1, 1. This one's going to be 2, 2. This one's going to be 3, 3. This will be 4, 4. This will be 5, 5. This will be 6, 6. This will be 7, 7. This will be 8, and 8. So I've created all those. I've done all that work. So I'm just going to do a File, Save. Let's go back to the presentation. So replace the O's with the 1s with 2s, etc. Keep replacing them until you get all the way down to 8. So we've done this work. So we've created that array. Now I need to check our work, and I'm really just want to make sure I have everything correct down here. So I'll look at this screen. It says declare local variables, character board 9, assign values to the playing board. Mine looks exactly like that. I could hit enter there if I wanted to bring that down, but mine looks exactly like the sample over here looks. And in mine, if I scroll down to the bottom, I'll see that right after board 8 I have the closing bracket. Over here, right after board 8, closing bracket. So mine looks just like that. So now getting into lab 2, and I'm just going to show you a little bit more. But I just wanted to show that just copying and pasting the commands that they have on the directions is a real easy way to do things. You don't have to type everything in yourself, do you? And now we're getting into functions. So we're going to declare a function. So it says, under using namespace, type this comment. So the declare function comment. So to highlight that, Control C, that's going to go right underneath using namespace. So I will just move up. There's using namespace right here. I'll go outside of it, hit enter, Control V. There I put that command in, and go declare functions, and I'm going to put there Control C. So type void show board So then I have that. So mine looks just like this one looks. Now go to the next screen. And I hope you can see how doing that copying and pasting can make life so much easier for you. Now we're going to write some functions. Let's see what it says here. Write the show board function. So we're going to do here, after the last line in your program, add 2 empty lines and then type void show board. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'll go ahead and click on it, and then I can see where that needs to go. So that's 2 lines below my closing bracket. So in mine, I'm going to scroll all the way down. There's my closing bracket. I hit enter a couple of times, hit Control V, and there's my void show board. Under that line, type an opening bracket. So right under here, I'm going to type opening squiggly bracket, enter twice, and type close squiggly bracket. Whenever you have an opening, you have to have a close. In between them, we're going to type this count command. So I'll highlight all this, hit Control C, and then I'll click on that line so I can see where it goes. You can see where that goes, that count command right between those 2 squiggly brackets. Hit Control V, and if I slide mine over, you can see that I have right between the 2 squiggly brackets that count command right there. Now I'll do File, Save. So I would just continue doing this, and I'm just going to leave it off here as far as the recording, but just continue doing it that way and you'll do fine. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope this goes well for you. Bye.